Hi, this is Donnie Vaughn of the Marketing Twins. Here's how we do the um, merge between the spreadsheet from the application that comes in on the renewal and how we get it to the Word document. So let me show you. Here's an example right here. Comes in from Google Docs. We open that up and that brings us up to this page here. I always just click here or click here, either way. That opens up the Google Docs. If it does not bring you directly to this, then you have to sign in, log in to use your Google account, which you've already been provided, and that gets you to where you need to go. Once I'm here, you can see it says the changes are in the highlighted area. So I can scroll down and you can see this little orange area. You can see that Tana is who filled this out. The reason it's so big is because some of the responses, this is just a spreadsheet, and some of the responses, if I was to scroll over here, some of the responses are large. Here's an example. When you just have one answer, like the number 12 here, that's short, but then you have all these long answers, so the spreadsheet looks that way. But what we do after, we kind of look at who filled it out, so we know that this is the person who filled it out. I can click View Spreadsheet, and that will take me directly to the spreadsheet here. Now, once I'm here, there's what I want to do is I need to save this, download this really as an Excel file. And it clicks here, this little dialog box. I want to open up with Excel. And what in essence I'm doing is I'm opening up a new spreadsheet that has all of the information, but I can read it a little bit easier here. Now what I want to do is I want to just copy the latest line here. You can see here, these are all the other responses. These first two were tests that we did. And you have Martha's here and Tana here. This is the latest one that came in, and I can verify that. You can see that it came in over here, 9:26 at that time. So I know if I go back to my spreadsheet, that's at 9:26 date. So at this point, I want to highlight the whole entire row. I'm going to right click and copy that. Now at this point, I'm going to take you over to my desktop and open up a folder that I've got here, my Coming for Winter folder. Make that large, you can see it. And I've set up, and you'll have these files on your own. I'll have provided these files by the time you see this, so just as long as you can find them somewhere on your desktop or wherever you want to keep them. I want to go over here to this Honduras list master. That opens up another spreadsheet, and at this point I'm going to paste into this new row here. Now I've got Martha and Tana. Now what I can do is I can actually delete out Martha, so all I have left is Tana. What I want to do is save that, because this is my master document. This is what I'm going to merge with the Word document. I don't want to merge directly from here because it's just it gets kind of complicated and doesn't always work. But if you just copy it into this list master, that will work. And so once we're here, we save that. And then I'm going to go back to here, and I'm going to go to my one that says New Honduras Merge. That's kind of my master file. This will open up in a Microsoft Word document. This here is just a complicated little thing. This always say no. That's the main thing. Always say no. And that's going to open up. Sometimes I'll save it from the last time, and you'll see here it has the question or whatever the information we wanted to know is in black, and then the responses is in blue. And this is ultimately what you're looking for. The responses, you're merging the responses to the master Word document. So going from the master spreadsheet to this master Word document here, and we're going to replace Martha's name with Tana's name. You even can see up at the top here we have the first and last name and the number of pages that it takes for every one. And so you can see here this is what we'll do. And so what we go up here to do is go to Tools, Letters and Mailings, Mail Merge. Now you may have a different version of Microsoft Word, but I'm sure it'll probably work very similar. Sorry for things popping up there. Down here I can click next, starting document. Now I want to, you can select the recipients here. I'm going to use an existing list, and this is where I'm going to go browse. I'm going to go to my desktop and I'm going to find my CBW folder, and I'm looking for the Honduras list master. Once I click that and I click open, it brings up a table, and I always say okay. And then the next slide you'll see here that it's listed. There's TANA, the mail merge recipients. And by the way, when you're bringing stuff in the list master, if you have 2 or 3 applications to bring in at one time, you can do that. It just so happens that I just got 1 email and I'm able to go in and do it. If I've gotten 4 emails of people applying and I hadn't had a chance to, I could do a merge of 4 different things at one time. But in this case, there's only 1 recipient, but there could be 3 or 4 listed if I had it set up that way. And there may be times along the way when I do the merges that I'll do several at a time. But this particular one, there's only just the 1. So that we know that that's the recipient, I'm going to say OK here. Now you wonder what happened to the names. Well, remember, these are all the fields that are going to automatically fill in as we go through here. So I'm back to my mail merge tool. Now that I've got the list, I'm going to go to next step. I'm going to preview my letter, and now you can see that it's filling in the information here with Tana's name. You can see her information shows up here. Real nice and easy. I'm going to say complete the merge. Now once I've completed the merge, now I get to a step here where I'm going to edit the individual letters. Click all. And what this does, and I don't think you can see it from, let me see if I can pull my window up now. You can see that this opens up in a new file called letters1. That's just the way it will always do. At this point, I've got the document the way I want it, so I'm going to save as. I usually just put it back in my CBW folder. You can see here that I've got this format of it that says application Honduras and the date and the last name. And so I'm going to remember Palafox. I just like to copy things. It's a little bit easier. So I know that this is on 9/26. And instead of Rivera, I'm going to type over that Palafox. And this keeps track of, so that if I ever have to pull an application up in the future, I'll, instead of being able to look by the name and the date or something, I can actually see that this is the application for this particular one. If I have multiple ones, I could call each individual last name, or I could just call it multiple or something to that effect. This is just a preference that I have on this one. Save that. And so really that's all there is to it. Now at this point, this is just you can see as I scroll down here, these are all the responses that have come in. And it comes in, there's 3 pages here. You can note that by that number 3. You can see that page 2 and then page 1. This is where you can come in and do a little bit of editing. You know, like for instance, have you attended a previous renewal? No, I've not attended. You know, instead of having to say in the past, you might just delete that. And that way it brings everything up a little bit. You know, this is where you just do some personal editing. Here's a space. Your goal is obviously to pull up that. If you can get this all on 2 pages, that's the ideal. So this is just some personal editing. Sometimes I can pull things in and abbreviate. Ultimately, this Word document is going to go to some other people, and so I want to be careful about making too many changes. But at the same time, I can, just by doing that, I can pull things up a little bit. Still not, I don't know if I can be able to pull it up all to the third, to get rid of that extra page. I'm going to have to probably leave it at the 3rd page, but it at least gives it down to where it takes out some of the spacing and so forth. And pretty much tells you everything you need to know. And once you're done with that, again, I can save that now. I've made the changes, and now this thing is ready to be emailed, so I can email it directly from here as a recipient. I can even put it into a PDF, whatever I need to do. But that's how simple the process is. It's just it takes a lot. This video is taking longer than it actually does once you do it, because I'm trying to explain everything. But once you get in the hang of it, you can do the merge pretty much in a couple of minutes for everyone that comes in, and that allows you to keep up with the applications. The only other thing that I'll do is there's a page on the website itself. I think I need to check this out, but I'll do this. I'll log into the website. That is, I want to keep track of whose application has been received, and I think I need to update this. So there's a section here. I'm not sure which one this is, so let me look and see if it's listing on the website. Yeah, this is what we want here. Okay, so I need to update this. Say, I don't know what this one is. Look at this. Oh, that's something we want to. I don't know if we'll ever need that page or not, but this is the page we want to go to. And so here I can update this, and what I usually try to do is put the names of the people. So I know that the names of the two people, if I scroll down, it's kind of hard to see because the rows, there it is. You can see how wide these rows are. It just gets kind of hard to see the names and all that stuff. That's why when I save it to that spreadsheet, it's a little bit easier. So I'll do that again just for the sake of what I'm trying to do here. Here, see, it's a lot easier. Now I can put in the names of these people here onto the website here. So again, I'm looking for Martha Rivera. So I'll just go ahead and type Martha Rivera here. And then I usually try to put them in alphabetical order. So Tana Palafox would go before that. That way when they look on there, there's going to be a place on the website so they can look to see if their name is listed on there. So I'll clean this up, delete some of these from the Thailand one. And if all you have to do is just go in there and make that update, gives them a chance to say that it's not listed on there. And so we'll put this together, and it'll be on the we'll fix the dates and all that stuff here before we go. But we'll close that out, and that's the only last thing, part of the application process. Once you've received it, then go in there and put their name on the website, and then an update here. And when you do that, you can see that I view the page here. But then you see that Tana and Martha, so that Tana and Martha could realize that their information is up to date. Okay, hope that helps.